Hi there, it's Kevin Ward with Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and the author of the #1 best-selling book, The Book of Yes, the Ultimate Real Estate Agent Conversation Guide. And ever since I released this book and published it earlier this year, one of the questions I get a lot is, how do you memorize scripts? What's the fastest way and the best way to memorize scripts, and what script should I memorize first, and so forth? And those are great questions. So I just wanted to shoot this quick video to say, here's what you need to do. One, I am not as interested in memorization as I am in mastery. So more important than memorizing the script is mastering the script. Memorizing a script means I put it in my head. All right, so now I know the words word for word. Hi, I was calling about the house for sale by owner. Are you the owner? Okay, that's the script. But learning how to take that script and put it in your head where that you now mastered that conversation with a for sale by owner, as an example, is way more powerful, way more critical, and way more important. So don't think just memorizing. Memorizing is one step on the journey to mastery. But memorization only puts a script in your head. Can you imagine an actor that is great at memorizing a script, but then it sounds like they're using a script? See, in Hollywood, they have a saying, the script is the enemy. And that doesn't mean that actors don't use scripts or that they don't like scripts. What it means is that when you get a script, until you own it, until you've taken the lines and that character and you've so embodied those lines and you've so embodied that character into yourself that when you perform, when you use the script, it sounds like it's you. It's not you reciting a script. It's you presenting, you being you. And that's the power of mastery. So when you have scripts, scripts are nothing more. The reason I call it the Ultimate Real Estate Agent Conversation Guide is it is a guide that you can literally take the choreographed conversations, known as a script, and embody them where that it's just, I now know exactly what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it to help lead the conversation in the right direction in a way that benefits both me and the seller. It's no BS. It's totally authentic. It's totally straightforward. It's in the client's best interest, and you're being totally you and authentic when you do that from a level of mastery. Until you master it, now what happens is you get the script memorized enough. It's in my head, and now when I start talking to the seller, I'm in my head. And I'm not in the conversation. I'm not in the moment. And mastery is I need to be in the moment with you. If you're a prospect and I'm talking to you on the phone, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be right here like I'm in the script going like, okay, so when you sell this house, where are you going next? I don't want to be in the script. I want to be in the moment with the seller. So when you sell the house, where are you going next? I'm not just parroting words. I'm actually asking a question to the seller with interest. So focus on mastery. Now, the step to memorization is, how do I do that? Because that's a mechanic. It's a tactic. How do you do it? So first, you just start by taking the scripts and pick one script. Which ones do you do first? Depends on what you're prospecting or what scripts you need first. I would say most important is, who are your primary targets prospecting wise? Is it people that you already know in your personal circle, for sale by owners, expireds, whatever it is? That's where I would really work on learning first. Then I would work on your pre-qualifying script, which is your seller sheet in the Book of Yes. And then I would work on the listing, I would work on the lead follow-up script, always, and then the listing presentation. Those would be the first four. I would do my key prospecting scripts, my lead follow-up script, my pre-qualifying script, and the listing presentation. All of those are in the Book of Yes right here, are the best ones ever created in the real estate industry, because they're no BS. They're straightforward, honest conversations that lead people to decisions, and they've removed all the resistance triggers that cause people to want to say no to you, that cause people to resist you. They're awesome. So check those out. And a lot of you watching this video already have that book. Now, when I want to memorize it, how do I do it? Well, step one is just start by reading the script out loud with energy. The more of your physiology, the more of your physicality you engage, the faster you learn. So I want to read it. As I'm reading it out loud, I'm engaging my eyes, my sense of sight. I'm engaging my mouth. So I'm getting my motor, I'm getting my physicality involved in it, and my ears are also involved in it. The more emotion I use as I read it. So I practice scripts with, I'm just like over the top. Hi, I'm calling about the house for sale by owner. And I'm over exaggerating it because your brain is going like, wow, these words are important. So your brain records them in patterns. Another thing you can do is, if you're musical at all, you can add melody. And it's a weird, because I'm not musical, so it's kind of weird, but how many can you remember right now your favorite book? You take your favorite book that you've ever read, how many complete paragraphs of that book could you remember and recite word for word, verbatim, line by line? Probably not a single paragraph of a single book. But how many songs do you know that you could recite the entire song word for word, verbatim? And you probably know hundreds of songs that you could recite word for word. Why? Because melody really records stuff in our memory better. So if you put it to some music, I'm just not musical, so I've never done that very well. I mean, I can do it, but I'm not going to do it for you because it would be embarrassing. But it's a very powerful way to do it. Another thing you can do is, as you're reading through it out loud, highlight. Take a pen or a highlighter and highlight the things, the words you want to emphasize and so forth, so that as now you take ownership of it. By the way, if you have the Book of Yes, that it's got a website. One of the bonus things that you can get is downloads of the entire scripts, where you can download them and then you can actually print them out, like I've got over here. Well, I don't have it over. It's over there. And I'm mic'd up here. But it's actually where you can put it in a binder, so it's the full sheet. It's a lot easier to do it that way, and you can post it on the wall and memorize it and learn it. You can highlight it. And then another thing you can do is actually handwrite it. And it's weird, it takes a lot of time, but when you handwrite it, your mind is now memorizing it, because you're now engaging your hands, your hand-eye coordination, your motor skills are all recording the words into your brain. And as you do that, then practice and role play is a great way to do it. Chanting is what I used to do. I would take this, I do this a lot. Every day I would take all of my core scripts, all the prospecting, lead follow-up, pre-qualifying, and the listing presentation scripts, and I would literally recite them or chant them out loud as fast as I could every single day. And it would take me, it'll take you about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how fast you can do it. It may take you 15 when you're starting it new, because you don't have the scripts really internalized. But the the more you do it, it's like you say the ABCs. You can literally say the ABCs so fast that your brain can say them faster than your mouth can make the sounds. So you're literally able to do the thing. Hey, I'm calling about the house for sale by the owner. You're the owner, and I can do it just that fast. And I go through the whole script, boom, like that. The more you do that, the more the words just get embedded in your mind. Mastery embodies them in your heart and in all the way down to your solar plexus. I want them in your molecules, so that when I'm having a conversation, I'm totally dialed into the person that's in front of me or on the phone with me, and I'm able to listen to what they're saying and repeat and affirm that, and then go to the next line on the script, because the script comes out automatically and I'm not having to think about it. So that's the process of mastery. So don't just think memorize, think master. Memorization is just the first step along that, but more important that you're in the conversation, practicing and role-playing it every day, and that you're making it a part of who you are. I'm more interested in that than I am in actual word-for-word memorization, because that will come along the journey. And when you do that, and you commit to mastery, and you make all that happen, and those conversations become authentically a part of you, that is what we call a yes master.